What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today I'm taking out the P-51A. This is a premium American fighter, battle rating 3.0. This vehicle is available through the Thunder League tournament. You can either get one for free by watching the Thunder League streams, or you can purchase yourself a dog tag through the online War Thunder store and complete a few missions and you can get this unlocked. This vehicle has a battle rating of 3.0. It's a Tier 2 premium and would be very good at grinding Tier 1 through Tier 3 American aircraft. If you're unfamiliar with the early Mustangs, this is a boom and zoomer. A strictly boom and zoomer, an energy fighter. This is not a turn fighter at all. As a matter of fact, this plane is actually quite fast in both a dive as well as level flight. For its tier, the P-51A has one of the best dive rates in the game. You can reach in excess of 800 kilometers per hour without ripping your wings. You just have to be careful of when you pull up. You don't want to rip those wings, and obviously avoid using full elevator. You want to gradually nose up your aircraft with your mouse. Next up, we have the climb rate. The climb rate is about 15 to 16 meters a second up until you get above 4,000 meters. 4,600 meters is the critical altitude limit for the supercharger that's on the P-51A. After you hit that 4,600 meter limit, you're going to find the performance of the aircraft to be quite sluggish. The supercharger that is fitted on the Allison V1710 was only built with low altitudes in mind. So again, after you hit that 4,600 meter limit, you're going to find the performance to really drop off. You may notice I'm not using WEP. This plane does have WEP. In this particular match, I decided not to use it. I wanted to see how well I could climb without it. And the reason is the engine tends to overheat rather quickly on this plane, and it doesn't cool down as quickly as it overheats. So what I would recommend is either consider doing what I'm doing and slowly climb with just 100% throttle, or you could use manual engine controls, but I haven't found that to be particularly useful in this vehicle. As always, your mileage may vary. You'll notice my team didn't climb, but neither did theirs, so I'm going to use my team as bait. They didn't climb, so you know what? That's their fault. I'm going to use them as bait, and I'm going to get a couple of kills. It's a pretty easy tactic. Just want to work my way down from the higher altitude planes right on down to the lower altitude planes. We're going to start things off with this Hurricane Mark IV. Now, the Mustang comes with 4 50 caliber machine guns and well over 2,000 rounds of ammunition. And if I keep shooting like that, I'm going to need every one of those rounds of ammunition. Because that was some terrible shooting. It's not like the Hurricane did anything fancy with his flying. That's just poor shooting on my half. Now, as I try to redive, I notice that the elevator is quite poor. Any sort of maneuvers with this plane are difficult to perform. The aircraft is extremely heavy, and the elevator lacks in authority, so you're going to have some challenges on your hands with this plane. And speaking of challenges, one of the other issues with this plane is energy retention. Although the supercharged Allison engine does have a lot of horsepower, the plane itself is just incredibly heavy, and it makes for a rather poor energy retention. So if you happen to be fighting the P-51A, all you have to do is just wait. Just wait the plane out. The Mustang will make his dives. He will do his boom and zooms. But over time, he will lose so much altitude and so much energy that even if you're in a much slower speed aircraft, you'll be able to eventually catch up to him. If you try to pursue a P-51A Mustang in its initial dive from, say, 4,500 meters, you're probably not going to catch it. Because you have to remember, this thing is capable of reaching speeds just in excess of 800 kilometers per hour, which, at this tier, is remarkable. So all you have to do is just wait it out. Let him burn his energy, because it's only a matter of time before even a slower aircraft will be able to catch up to the P-51A. The speed is the best characteristic of its flight model. It's very fast. And it even has a neat little racing camo on here. Little black and red it looks kind of nice. It's not really what I would go for if I were designing it, but you know, personal taste aside, it's a nice little racing camo. At a battle rating of 3.0, the P-51A is probably the best American fighter at its specific battle rating, 3.0. If you want to bump that battle rating up just a hair, up to 3.3, I would say either the P-39 Cobra or perhaps the CORSAIR, the Marine Corps CORSAIR, the F4U1A. Those would be the best planes at that battle rating. If you're flying the Mustang, you're going to see those planes in your battles anyway, so in my opinion, there's not that big of a reason to use this plane over, say, the CORSAIR or the P-39, because in my opinion, those planes are better than this. The only thing that this plane has over those planes is the fact that this is, of course, a premium vehicle, and it will net you some very good credits towards other research points or silver lines. There's my third kill, and I still have over half of my ammunition left. The Mustang comes with almost 2,400 rounds of ammunition, and that doesn't go all that quickly because of the fact that you only have 4 50 cals. If you had, say, 6 50 cals like in the A36 or the CORSAIRs, you would see that ammunition count drop dramatically. I can't really say that if I had 6 machine guns that I would have gotten those kills any quicker, but considering the ammunition capacity for just 4 machine guns, this will give you a lot of endurance in the fight. You'll be able to stay in the fight for long periods of time. You'll be able to take multiple runs at targets if necessary. It's just a matter of whether or not your engine will hold up. One of the issues that I had with this plane is, again, the engine and overheating. You can see it now in the upper left-hand corner, getting the engine timer. In any kind of fight, you're going to have to be very mindful of those engine temperatures. Monitor them very closely and make adjustments to your throttle. You can turn off your engine for short periods of time if you need to. Whatever you have to do to keep those temperatures down and stay in the fight, that's all that matters. With 3 air kills, I managed to get just under 80,000 in silver lions, which is a hell of a lot of silver lions for just 3 kills. Anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care guys.